bite. Please, one of you. Dropping it right on them, and they're not biting. That is not good. Oh, dude, that's 0 for 3. They're eating it weird today. Or not eating it, I should say. See, this is how Shasta's supposed to be. It's getting bigger. Oh my god, he just spit up tons of shad. Oh yeah, there's a meaty one. It's in his mouth. Barfing up that stuff. That's pretty gross, actually. What else do I have behind me that I can trick him with? Shaky head fish. Oh yeah, there's a good one. See, they're quality fish down there. Yeah, this is definitely catching some better fish. Alright, starting to Lake Shasta again. Made it interesting today. I had to work for these fish. I had to sweat it out all day. One more for the road, baby. Alright, promise is a promise. One for the road. Time to head back to drive to Bridge Bay, get checked in. Man, that was a long day. Cheers. Oh man, that tastes good. I think it was around 2:30, 3 o'clock, maybe time of day. They seem to be biting. The plan was, of course, to stay here at Bridge Bay, get up in the morning, and then go fish Shasta again. I don't know, it'll depend on the weather. I'm really curious to see if those areas that I fished at the end of the day was a time of day thing, or if a lot of those fish were actually back in the one section of the lake that I didn't fish all day. It was looking kind of bleak for a while, but Shasta came through for us once again, so I will certainly take it. Alrighty, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Just checking out here at Bridge Bay. It is now Wednesday morning, and if you guys saw the previous video, we're here at Lake Shasta. Kind of a trip that I typically wouldn't make unless we had a tournament, but everything just kind of lined up for me to come. The time of year, the history we have here, usually it's a pretty good bite. And the fact that on our way home, we've got Lake Oroville, which is going to be our season opener for the Yakka Bass series. So packed up the bags and set off for about a 5-6 day long trip, fishing Shasta for a couple days. And then after today, we're going to just jam on down to Lake Oroville and get prepared for that tournament. Yeah, another day here at Lake Shasta. Last night, pretty uneventful. They actually, going right by right now, have a restaurant here. It's never been open times I've been here, but it's Huff's. Went in there for a beer and some pork wings. Never had pork wings before. Gotta say, they're pretty solid. Got some baits organized. The battery's outside, which is nice. Got this overkill 100-foot extension cord, so just plugged it into the room, snaked it out to the truck, kept the batteries in the truck and charged. I am ready to go. I think the big thing about today is, of course, we're gonna have rain pretty much all day, but the wind is what I was a little nervous about. Right now it looks okay. I was considering launching right here at Bridge Bay, but this is definitely more the main lake, and if that wind does pick up, which it will, around 10, 11 a.m., it could get pretty nasty out here. So that, in combination to the fact that we did catch a few fish where we launched last time, yesterday, where it's a little more protected, I think that's where we got to go back to. They were biting a drop shot and a shaky head, caught some solid fish, so I think that's the game plan today. I'm gonna drive there. It's about a 26-minute drive. We're gonna launch the kayak, spend one more probably half day out on Shasta, and after that we'll jam right down to Chico, staying at the Sierra Nevada Brewery. Got the duplex on site. Shout out to Santa Claus. That is the game plan. That is today's video. One final day at Shasta. We'll see you on the water. I don't know if this is usable. It's gonna work. You know, knock on wood, but other than this rain, conditions are pretty nice. Wind really isn't anything at all. But again, this area is definitely more protected, so this lake being so big, certain parts of the lake could be ripping while others could be last calm like this. So far happy with the decision. funny is yesterday there was like, I don't know, 10 or 12 trucks and trailers parked right here. And today, I'm the only one. I guess I'm the only dumb one that decides to go fishing today. Good to go. Damn it. Not bad at all. All right, here we go. So here's the thing. Yesterday, with it being such a grind and then finally getting on some fish at the end of the day, right back here, two things could have been happening there. A, which is the one I'm hoping for, is that there were fish back here the whole time and I was just goofing around in the wrong areas, and that's why we're getting bit. Or B, it was the time of day. It did get warm yesterday. That time of day thing, you know, this time of year especially can play a role, and that's why they were biting. I was getting a lot of fish yesterday. When I'd graph them, follow the bait down and just look at it, they wouldn't eat. That's never good. And I finally figured out they seem to prefer the shaky head yesterday over a drop shot or the finesse jig. So I'm hoping that I can utilize yesterday's information to get on some fish relatively quickly today and give Shasta its good reputation back, because yesterday she was trying on me. She hurt my feelings for most of the day right up until the end, and she gave me what I came for, so I had to come back for more today. Preferably would not like to be such a grind today to get on fish, because most of the time here it's not. Well, I know it got bit yesterday. I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one with this problem, but first couple of casts, how do you not throw something moving? Yeah, not a far run at all. Right here. Here. And there, two areas where just a bunch of fish, right in 20-25 foot, circling the point or the island. They weren't easy to get to bite, but they'd bite every so often, every 3-4 minutes. There's just so many of them, so fingers crossed. They're still here and they're active. Let's just throw what they wanted yesterday. This guy right here. This guy right here. There we go. Oh, thank you. I ended up seeing them on the graph. That's cool. They're still here. Nice. Well, quick release. Alrighty. Beautiful. Yep, and you can see them on the graph right here. I'm surprised they didn't leave. I mean, I'm not, but I also am. Usually these spots move. But there's still fish here, kind of hugging the bottom, and yeah, about 25 or so. Yeah. Oh, this one poked it. See, that's what was happening yesterday. The little ones wouldn't eat the whole thing. I pulled it back off. Go. Eat it. Oh. Nope. You know, just to try something out of curiosity. Go to drop shot real quick just to see if anybody's home. Maybe we'll want this right now. I don't know. Let's give it a whirl. Alright, let's see if anybody's home over here. There we go. Come on, eat this thing. Oh, goodness. I'm starting to see them here too. Must be smaller ones, you know. Better ones will eat this whole deal. Yeah, it's interesting. This spot was pretty loaded up yesterday. In the afternoon is where we did our damage here. Not seeing much on the graph. I don't think I'm going to fish this too much longer unless we start either getting bit or start seeing them. I'm definitely just ideally looking for those bigger concentrations of fish. I know it hasn't been crazy long since we started fishing, but after hitting 3 or 4 different spots, not seeing a whole ton of activity, other than the first area, which I might be going back to in a second, unfortunately, I'm starting to think it might be more of a time of day deal versus a location deal, which is a super bummer, because I do not plan on being here at 3 o'clock today. At 3 o'clock, I might be at the Sierra Nevada Brewery, having a beer with Santa Claus. 4-5 right there. Actually, a little shallower than I thought. Have to be bass. Have to be. Not a single taker, really. That's just crazy. How are you guys not eating? Why does it have to be a time of day thing? It's either right there. Why? Whoa. Those are so wet, like, there's no point in wearing these gloves right now. They are drenched. I keep my hands way colder than they even need to be. Oh, it's chilly. It is chilly. Not catching fish makes it much worse. I don't know, guys. This is crazy. I can't believe these fish aren't eating. I mean, there's no way they're not here. They're just not eating. Starting to lose motivation to be out here freezing. Hands are ice cubes. Good as the rain gear is, it doesn't matter. You get rained on for a few hours, you're gonna feel wet. You're gonna be wet to some degree. How much more of this torture do I want to put myself through? Oh, something took it. What? Why? Oh, finally got bit. It took me off guard. It's like torpedoed with it. Come on. There's fish here. Oh, finally got one. Maybe you guys are going to be active for me. Feels like a good one. Feels like a largemouth. That'd be weird. Lighter line, I don't think I can flip them. Ah, there we go. Finally, I knew you guys were here. Finally tricked one. Nice fish. 11 o'clock. Finally got a couple of bites. And there's fish here too. See those fish and those like stick ups right there. I like popped it through one of those and that fish ate it. There are some fish out there shallow. Just kind of hanging out in them. be our cue to get closer to the ramp. Yeah, I'm not chancing that. I ain't getting stuck out of here. Push back towards the ramp, or at least get on that side. I don't know how much longer I'm good for. I'm just being stupid right now. Almost 12 o'clock. The ramp's right here. They ain't biting. Let's get off the water, load up, and head to Chico. Jeez. Yeah, this is definitely the right time to get off the water. Forgot about that thing. Dang it. Oh my god. Oh. Sometimes I question my intelligence. Was it worth the 2 fish? I want to say no. God, I feel like that guy in Jurassic Park, that scene where they are like sliding in the mud about to go off the cliff and the guy's like trying to strap the thing onto a tree. It's so stupid. Alright guys, it is about 12:30. We are off the water. Yeah, brutal. Absolutely brutal. I can say I've come to the conclusion that the bite yesterday was completely dependent on the time of day. Very optimistic that this morning we could have come out here, gone to some of the areas we caught them yesterday, do the same thing. A lot of those areas we went to were empty, didn't even have the fish. And then some of the areas that actually had fish, some on the graph, they just were not biting. Which is surprising because we got a bite pretty early on the shaky head, put it in the boat, kinda. I had a few more pecks and some swings and misses, but thought it was a positive sign, and it really just never happened after that. I may have had a few bites here and there, and I didn't like just stick with the shaky head. I tried the drop shot, I tried cranking, tried the Ned jig, I tried a lot of different baits, and I did pick up one more random fish towards the end of this shorter day on that shaky head, but they just weren't eating. Definitely hit Shasta at the wrong time. These fish typically are on the chew when they're not hard to catch, but for whatever reason, they just were not in the mood to feed. So yeah, I suppose I could wait the bite out, maybe for that afternoon deal, but I don't actually think that's possible because it is pretty nasty right now. I mean, the wind is picking up, the rain's on and off. I am soaking wet, but man, oh man, this warm truck feels good right now. The wind is only gonna get worse, the gusts are gonna get worse, so definitely time to pack it up. But like I mentioned, with this trip that I've taken on, Shasta was our first stop, but instead of making the 4-hour drive all the way back home to the Bay Area, only about an hour and a half away is Chico, where we'll be staying for the next few days because this coming weekend we have the Yakabest season opener on Lake Orville, one of my favorite tournaments of the year we've done for the past few years, mainly because it's by Chico and it's by the brewery, and it always seems to be a good time. So yeah guys, I'm going to head to Chico, get settled in to the house, and prepare for a few days at Orville. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video for Lake Orville.